Hi, everybody. It's Bill Gilliland here with this week's Action Business Profile. I'm here with Jerry Johnson from the Laurel magazine. Hi, Jerry.
Hey,
How you
Bill.
doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm excellent. So tell us a little bit about the Laurel and, Laurel magazine and what it's all about.
Okay. The Laurel magazine has been around for about 10 years now. It started out in September of 2004. It's a lifestyle magazine that is published monthly. We do about 30,000 publications every month, and they're distributed in over 600 locations. We have 600 drops in 8 counties throughout western North Carolina.
So who is it geared for? Who's it typically?
It's for people that want to know what's going on in the community. I mean, basically, we try to find community events and publish them. We also do lifestyle events. We also do a lot of art. We have several features that are constant in it, which are, we have a 3-dimensional artist, we have the cover artist, which is 2-dimensional, and then we also have a restaurant feature. We also work with the owners of the businesses, because this is a free publication and therefore we have to have advertisers. So the owners of the business come in and talk what we give a half-page ad, which is kind of a little biography of what they do. It's called Shop Talks. And they're able to come in and give a face to the business, which helps the community understand who they are, what they're doing, why. It helps.
Jerry's being a little bit modest here. It's really the premier lifestyle magazine here in western North Carolina, and so I just want to make sure everybody understands that. So tell us a little bit about how you got into the whole magazine publishing business.
I kind of backed into it. Yeah. I've done printing ever since I was a kid. And I worked in high school at a print shop. I worked in college and graduate school at a print shop, so I knew printing somewhat. But I have been an entrepreneur for the last 30 years, having a variety of stores. I've had jewelry stores, shell shops, art galleries, and someone asked me to sell advertising. And that was about, 17 years ago. So I said, I can do that. So I sold advertising and then went into selling advertising both on radio, and then I sold advertising in magazines. And then they came along and asked me, well, do you want to own this? Because they had another magazine going. So about a year into their ownership, year and a half into their ownership, I became the owner and took over from the people that had originally started it. And I became a publisher, which I had never done before.
Yeah, excellent. So you actually went from being an entrepreneur, small business owner, to actually helping small business owners grow their business through marketing and advertising.
I mean, the whole thing, my whole background here is that as an entrepreneur with small businesses, it was very hard to get good advertising, and it was expensive. And not only would you pay a lot for full color, then you'd have to pay the production costs. And so I wanted to make it very, very simple for people that they could come in and get a variety of sizes of ads. We would do the production if you'd sign up for more than 3 months or more. So they didn't have to think about design production. That was just another objection we didn't want to hear. And they've signed on and stayed with me. Some of them have been with me the whole time. It's just been 10 years of their advertising for us. It's been really good. We got an art director and about 3 or 4 designers that jump in and help and fill in gaps when people need design work. And we've been pleased, very pleased with it.
So with that kind of retention of advertisers, you're obviously giving them great value. They're seeing value, so they're more than getting their money back from their investment in the marketing in the Laurel magazine.
I've got stories of people that have bought $100,000, $1 million pieces of property because they've been steered there by the ad in the magazine. And I've had the interesting ones where I have for instance, just recently there's a little art gallery in Brevard and said, every piece of art I put in my ad in the magazine has sold. Somebody has come in to buy it after seeing it in the magazine. And I hear those stories all the time, whether it's jewelry or art, but they're fun to know that we are helping, because it has to be a win-win situation. We have to bring you customers, and if your customers buy, then you win. We buy because we took your customers, and if you're happy, then we're happy. So it's a win-win-win scenario.
Absolutely. So I know that you're in the process, or have actually launched a new publication. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the new publication is a dream of mine that I've had for quite some time, and it is a farm-to-table magazine, simply because this area is rich in water, it's rich in land, and small farms that are very adaptable to doing something for farm to table. And we have well over 200 restaurants that are chef owned, and those restaurants, want fresh food, and so it's a dynamic. And organizations that I've worked with over the years, like AZAP, the Appalachian Sustainable Agricultural Project, and Charlie Jackson, have encouraged these people to take what was in tobacco and put it into fruits and vegetables that can be sold. So these projects have given this boom to farm to table, and we're unique in a lot of part of the country in that we can do a lot of vegetables, a lot of different kinds of fruit, and bring it to you fresh. So I wanted to tell that story. I wanted it to be an ongoing story. So it's really holistic. We've got water, we've got land, we've got the sunshine, we've got the long growing period, and we got restaurants that consume it, and very differentiating consumers who want to buy from these tailgate markets. We've got 32 tailgate markets in just this county alone, okay, at various times during the week in the growing season. So all those things need to be talked about.
Yeah. So what's the magazine called?
It's called Plow to Pantry, and it comes out quarterly, and it's being distributed a little differently because Ingalls wanted to have it in their grocery stores, so did Harris Teeter, so did Bilo. We're out in different ways, and it's new for us because we haven't done quarterly, and it's a whole different set of deadlines. So we're working with that, and it's coming. It's the first issue is in this winter, and we'll put another one out in May, and it'll grow.
So it's also free. They can pick it up at the grocery stores.
Yep, and we also do it in the Chamber of Commerce's. I mean, everybody likes it. It's just we needed to give it some place where people were thinking food, besides restaurants, and grocery stores just are the natural fit.
So in all of this development in your magazines, what are you most proud of?
Wow, that's a good one. I'm proud that people walk up to us as we're taking the magazine out of the box and grabbing it out of our hands and looking at us and saying, I love your magazine. I love this magazine. Nobody ever tells me I like your magazine. They keep telling us across the board that they love it. And to create something that people love and enjoy and pick up all the time, hey, that's great. I'm very happy about that.
So for the business owners in the community who are not currently advertising with you, how do they get a hold of how should they
Well,
get
the website is the laurelofasheville.com is our main website right now, and our offices you can reach at 670-7503, which is and then we can tell you which rep would work with you and how you could come to understand and learn our rates and what we do for you. You can start as simple as $140. You can go all the way up to $2,000. It just depends on what you want to spend for your advertising and how often you want to spend.
Or they could simply just go and pick up a copy of the Laurel, and I'm sure all that information is in there.
And the unique thing about it, one of the other things I should say I'm very proud of about the Laurel is that it's the only green publication in the Southeast. We're certified green. We're 100% post-consumer paper. Okay, on the content of that magazine with all vegetable inks. Nobody else does that. And I feel very good that we're not contributing to the planet's demise here or polluting in any way. We save well over 369,000 tons of trees a year because we do that recycling. And that doesn't even count the water and the ink and the other things that would be in there. So I'm very proud of that fact that we can do this and do it green.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Well, thanks for coming in today. It's been a lot of fun chatting with you.
Good to talk to you.
Good to talk to you.
See you,
too.
Bill.